improvised solo on the changes to the tune Dolphin Dance by Herbie Hancock. Next, we're going to play through this again with a count in, and you'll have some other visual aids to help you. Standard notation, tablature, and the Guitar Pro neck diagram. Following that, I'll take you through the solo step by step, and I'll explain some of the concepts behind it, so just a light analysis on it. I do hope you enjoy this content. Please help out the channel by hitting the like button, subscribing, and turn on notifications. I'm live streaming regularly. Well, let's get started. Now that we've heard the solo a couple of times and we've seen some different angles and some different visual aids, let's go through it step by step. We begin with a C minor 7 chord. We're going to start with a G minor triad. And what I'm doing here is just sliding into the D with just a little short tone there. And then we do play C minor, not surprisingly, right? So those are just a couple of triads that we're playing through there. We get to A flat major 7, sharp 11, and we're playing more stepwise now. We're landing on the major 7, and then we're going to slide back into that. What's nice about this tone is that it is also a chord tone of the C minor 7. Right, then we carry on. We have just more C minor 7 content here. Now we get to A minor 7, sliding into the 11. It's a really nice sound on minor chords, and it's featured a lot in the melody of this tune. A couple chord tones, and then we're going to land on F sharp. F sharp is important to D7, and it also tends to want us to lead towards the G, so that's an upcoming chord. Here we're playing really basic arpeggios. Now we're going to A flat minor 7. We're going to play like this. What kind of pentatonic sound here? Now we're going to play F and C. So F and C are a part of the F minor chord. So that's going to help us to outline the harmonic change there. Here we continue to think about F minor 7, and for the most part this is an arpeggio, but we do have an 11 mixed in there. This tone is going to guide us to the 5th of the C minor. And here we bring back a simple idea from the very beginning of the solo, which is this kind of quarter note and 2/8 notes pattern. And it sounds pretty final. Now we continue on C minor 7, but we're going to have this shift in the harmony again. So we're going to end up playing an E natural, and with this chord sound will have a tone on either side of that chromatically. Okay, and then we're just doing a little emphasis there, a half step below that E, and then we're gonna pull away into more A minor 11 content, and then we're gonna have the D13. We'll get to that. Okay, so we have a 1 beat delay on the resolution here. So we have G, which is a dissonance, A, which is a consonance, and then land on the F sharp. So many of these concepts you can take and run with them and try them out in your own solos, but it'll help you to work through this tune to hear it in practice as well. Okay, these next 4 bars we have a pedal of G, so we're going to suggest some harmonic shifts that happen above that tone. Here we have basic arpeggio again of G major 7. Okay, and then here we're playing a little bit more of kind of a D minor pentatonic on the G7 sus or G13 sus. Okay, and then we get to A over G. So I'm not so much suggesting the C sharp of the A. So we've got E and then D. Okay, so we can do the E flat major 7 over G or E flat major 7 sharp 11 over G. And so playing maybe a little in terms of some pentatonic type elements. I'm starting on the sharp 11 here. Okay, and then we're going to F7 sus. So this is kind of I'm using a little bit more like C minor 7 sound on this. Okay, and then we're pulling from this flat 9 here. So we're playing that on the end of the beat, which is going to impact the kind of severity of that sound or that dissonance. So it's going to be it's going to kind of want to go to this F, which is the root note. Okay, and then we're kind of playing more kind of C minor pentatonic at that point. Okay, now we're starting to think in terms of E minor 7. So I'm pulling from that sound maybe a beat ahead of where that harmony lands. Okay, so then we have E minor 7. So I've played this group of tones on other chords in this etude. So we've got, and then we're going to go to the third of the A13 and then the root. So that'll feel fairly final. Okay, and then here we have E flat 9 sharp 11. Okay, so then again, half a beat early on the A minor 7, so I'm suggesting that. So that's very, very common to do. Okay, so then we have just kind of more, you might think of that as a really D7. Okay, and then we're going to get it to the B minor 7. Okay, here we're kind of outlining a little bit of B minor 7, but really kind of playing a little bit ahead on that E13. Right, so okay, now we have a slight dissonance on the minor 7, D minor 7. That's a 9, and then we get to the chord tone, and then I'm going back and then that slight dissonance becomes a consonance on the C sharp minor 7. Here, kind of C sharp minor pentatonic here for a moment. Okay, and then kind of more scale, stepwise motion. Okay. Okay, and we've played this sequence of 3 notes quite a few times in this solo. It's a nice little small line. It helps to resolve. Now that's the major 7, so it will sound somewhat dissonant. And then we have a similar kind of sequence here, similar contour and similar rhythm. Okay, you might think of this as D major pentatonic. Has that kind of sound to it. And then here we're more stepwise. It's kind of C major. Just kind of up and down. And then we have the D flat. So this is an important shift in the harmony. So to play that, we're really just kind of shifting the concepts up. Okay. And then we're going to play on the B flat 13. So that is the 13 and the 5 and the 13 of the B flat. Okay, things start to move back to C minor. So here we're playing up in position 8, and I'm starting on the end of the beat and playing a flat 9 into the root note. Right. I'm playing the root note on the G as well. Okay, and then I'm playing down, slightly kind of bluesy element to it, and then resolving just really squarely on the beat 1 on the C minor with a C and an E flat. I'm glad you were able to work through this. Thanks for checking this video out. I hope you did get a chance to like and subscribe, and please check out the description for other things that I offer, and I welcome you to visit fretprints.com as well. Check out what we have to offer there. Have a great practice session.